Hey you, is your zucchini looking like it's had too much sun? Don't worry, we've all been there. Even here in Bedford my zucchinis need a little extra TLC when the summer heat kicks in. But don't fret, I'm here to share my top tips on how to keep your zucchini plants even when the summer heat is trying to roast them. Stick with me for the next few minutes and I'll help you turn those sad plants into garden champions. Let's get into it. Summer heat can be a real nightmare for those lovely zucchini plants. While they adore sunshine, they can quickly get stressed out when things get too hot. The number one thing zucchinis crave during a heat wave is consistent moisture. Think of it like this: we need our refreshing beverages and your zucchinis need their regular dose of H2O. When you water, don't just give the surface a quick sprinkle. We want to make sure that water reaches the roots, where it counts. I like to water deeply and slowly, really letting the soil soak it up. The best time to water? Early morning is ideal. That way the water has a chance to really penetrate the soil before the sun gets too intense and evaporates it all away. You want the soil to be loose and breathable, not compacted and dense. If the soil feels hard to the touch, it's time to loosen things up a bit. You can do this gently with your hands or use a small garden tool to aerate the soil. If your soil tends to dry out quickly, consider adding some nutrient-rich compost or well-rotted manure. This will work wonders for water retention, helping your soil stay hydrated for longer. Mulch helps lock in that precious moisture, keeps the soil cool, and even prevents pesky weeds from stealing your plant's water and nutrients. Okay, we've established that zucchinis love sunshine. But even sun worshippers need a break from those intense rays, especially during a scorching summer. If you start noticing your zucchini plant's leaves looking a bit crispy, or if they develop brown spots that look like sunburn, it's time to step in and provide some shade. During the hottest part of the day, usually from around noon to 3 in the afternoon, give your zucchinis a little siesta from the sun. A simple shade cloth, an old bed sheet, or even a light-colored tarp can work wonders. By providing a bit of shade during those peak heat hours, you're doing a world of good. You'll keep the soil temperature nice and stable, prevent those delicate leaves from getting scorched, and even avoid fruit drop. Now, I've mentioned mulch a few times already, but it's so important that I want to dedicate an entire chapter to this garden MVP. Seriously, if you're not mulching your garden, you're missing out on one of the simplest yet most effective ways to boost your plant's health and make your gardening life easier. Think of mulch as a magic elixir for your soil. It's like giving your zucchini a spa treatment from the roots up. Mulch acts like a protective blanket for your zucchini's roots, helping to retain moisture, regulate soil temperature, and suppress those pesky weeds that love to compete with your vegetables. When it comes to choosing the perfect mulch for your zucchini, you have several great options. Straw is a fantastic choice. It's lightweight, readily available, and does a wonderful job of keeping the soil cool and moist. Shredded leaves are another excellent option, especially if you have trees in your yard and already rake up a pile of leaves in the fall. Wood chips are another popular choice, often available at garden centers or sometimes even for free from tree trimming companies. No matter which type of mulch you choose, aim for a layer that's about 2 to 3 inches deep. Just be sure not to pile the mulch right up against the plant's stem. As the mulch gradually breaks down over time, it releases valuable nutrients back into the soil, enriching it and improving its structure. Now that we've covered the essentials of keeping your zucchini happy and hydrated, let's talk about some power moves to really take your zucchini game to the next level. Just like we need our vitamins and minerals to thrive, our plants benefit from regular feeding too. A balanced fertilizer is like a nutritious meal for your zucchini, providing it with all the essential elements it needs for robust growth and a bountiful harvest. I like to use a balanced fertilizer with an NPK ratio of 10-10-10, which means it contains equal parts nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Nitrogen promotes lush, healthy foliage, phosphorus encourages strong root development and blooming, and potassium helps with overall plant vigor and disease resistance. If you prefer a more natural approach, compost or compost tea is an excellent choice for feeding your zucchini. Compost is like black gold for gardeners. It's packed with nutrients and beneficial microorganisms that enhance soil fertility and structure. You can either work compost into the soil around your zucchini plants, or brew a batch of compost tea, which is a nutrient-rich liquid that you can apply as a foliar spray or soil drench. But just like we need to be mindful of our health, it's also important to keep a watchful eye out for pests and diseases that can affect our plants. Summer heat, while lovely for us, also creates ideal conditions for pests to thrive, and zucchinis, with their tender leaves and delicious fruit, can be particularly susceptible. Some common culprits to watch out for include squash bugs, aphids, and cucumber beetles. The best defense against pests is a good offense. Inspect your zucchini plants regularly, checking both the tops and undersides of leaves, as well as the stems and base of the plant. Early detection is key. If you do spot any unwanted visitors, don't panic. There are plenty of safe and effective ways to deal with them. For minor infestations, simply picking off the pests by hand and dropping them into a bucket of soapy water can do the trick. You can also use a strong spray of water from the hose to dislodge aphids and other soft-bodied insects. However, for more persistent pests, you may need to call in reinforcements. Neem oil is a fantastic natural pesticide that works wonders against a wide range of pests and diseases. Simply mix a few tablespoons of neem oil with water in a spray bottle and apply it to your plants, making sure to coat both the tops and undersides of the leaves. Another great strategy for keeping pests at bay is to invite their natural enemies into your garden. Ladybugs, for example, are voracious predators of aphids, and lacewings are known to feast on a variety of soft-bodied insects. And that's it. By keeping your zucchini hydrated, shading it when needed, mulching and protecting it from pests, you'll have a thriving garden all summer long. Remember, a happy zucchini is a productive zucchini, and a productive zucchini means delicious homegrown meals for you and your loved ones. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more gardening hacks. Share this with a fellow gardener who's struggling with the summer heat. Let's keep those zucchinis strong and healthy, and as always, happy gardening.